Emily Dickinson once wrote that hope is a thing that perches on the soul.
Tried and true.
And sings the tune without words. Hope runs strong and steady like a river through the hallways of the NICU.
I knew by the look on his face that something was wrong, but I wasn't expecting it to be that bad.
It doesn't listen to grim statistics.
We heard things like, well, maybe 10% chance at one point.
But only hears the beating of the heart.
I just never believed that he was going to die.
Holding out hope has become a theme for the Beekler family, whose journey with prematurity began when mother Tamara was 22 weeks pregnant for the third time.
It was actually funny, I walked in the house and I said, I just looked. I didn't even really say anything. And he says, by the look on my face, I go, guess what? And he goes, we're having twins.
Elated that a set of twins would now be a part of she and her husband Eric's growing family.
The first 20 weeks of the pregnancy, just very normal, nothing out of the blue or unexpected.
Until a routine checkup turned their world inside out.
During that ultrasound that I could tell by the technician that something was really wrong.
Doctors said her cervix was incompetent to carry the twins and that she would almost certainly lose the pregnancy.
At that point, I don't think I was thinking like a doctor at all. I think I was thinking like a mom, and I was thinking about losing two babies who were already very special to us.
But losing those precious twins was simply not an option for the Beeklers.
They sent in one of the neonatologists, Dr. Ace, actually came in, and he had this printout for us, and he said, if you have these babies today or in the next few days, these are the statistics I can share with you. And death or moderate to severe brain impairment or brain damage was almost 100%. Eric, in his infinite wisdom, he was always the guy, I think, sitting there grounding us and giving us that hope, saying let's focus on the hope. And he took it, you can see the papers actually folded up. He took the papers after we talked and thought about it, and he folded them up and put them in the garbage and said, we need to focus on here and now, and let's get through this, and it's going to work. And I did go on to the procedure, and initially it seemed to be successful. We were told we'd have to wait weeks to kind of see what the outcome would be, if it would work. And after I got back to the room, my mom had pulled these out of the garbage, actually, and handed them to me and said, you're going to put these papers in their scrapbook someday. They're going to be just fine. You need to focus on that. And now I'm really grateful to have these.
Samuel and Sophia were born on October 12th, 2010. But the struggle was not over yet.
When you look at outcomes for premature babies, twins actually have an increased risk of having long-term problems in comparison to singleton babies.
Born weeks premature, they faced another uphill battle outside of the womb.
There were times during their hospitalization where I think people were uncertain if the babies were going to survive.
The not knowing is absolutely the worst. I said if I could do this for 100 years, if I just knew they would be okay.
But under the care of Mayo doctors and nurses, the twins are happy and healthy.
You see how they grow up as children and ultimately teenagers and adults, that the job becomes really, really rewarding.
Bubbly bursts of energy and life.
Everything that we have is a blessing, and our kids are a blessing, and just having them here.
A set of twins that are living proof that hope truly does float.